All right, it looks like it's time for us to go save the people of Burkina Faso. This guy got on U.S. Senate hearing and said that the president of Burkina Faso, Ebrahim Traore, has become a threat to his own people. You already know what that means, what that sounds like. That means it's time for us to go liberate the people of Burkina Faso. And of course, they're going to use a black man. The blackface is always a house. Every time they're going to use, every time they want to use violence on black people, they use a black man from the West to come bring it on Africans. When they want to use sweet talk, it's always a black woman. You see, these guys use violence for Burkina Faso. When they wanted to do what was it called? What was it in Kenya? The bill they were trying to introduce, where if you owed too much taxes, the IMF could take your land. It was black American congresswomen they used to send them to Kenya. America has realized they have black people in power who they can use now to destroy Africa. But yes, this house nigger, Micheal Langley, is now the guy who's going to be the face of America going into Burkina Faso. Look it up.
Langley, I can't even pronounce your name. That's how I don't care to pronounce. I don't want to know. It's a matter of fact, I don't want to know how to pronounce your name. Look at the mirror. When you get home, I hope this video find you. Look at the mirror. When you get home, look at the mirror. Look at you. Look at you. You should be as a matter of fact, I'm ashamed to be black just by looking at you. I'm ashamed to be black just by looking at you. You are a disgrace. You are a disgrace to blackhood. You are a disgrace to my motherland. You are a disgrace.
So I guess the question is, why should U.S. taxpayers be paying to train people who then lead coups in Africa?
Congressman, our curriculum harvests core values, and also to be able to embolden these countries for a representative democracy.
But General, that democracy isn't what emerges. The problem is, I know you may have great confidence in what you're teaching, but when two governments have been overthrown, I guess how many governments have to be overthrown by people we train before you sort of get the message that our core values might not be sticking with everyone? Is it 5 countries? 10?
We'll continue with our persistence in assuring
But do you think it's
that they harbor democratic norms, democratic values.
Just a moment ago, you said we shared core values with Colonel Doumbouya. You said that just moments ago in response to my question, and his core value seems to be leading a coup. So I don't think it's stuck. I think we should at least know how many countries we train the coup plotters in. How many is too many? Because clearly 2 is not too many, and I think we could use our resources far more effectively than doing this.
I honestly feel like I just want to cry today, because this is the saddest and most annoying thing I think I've ever gotten to talk about on my channel. I don't know for how long is a black man going to be the #1 enemy to his fellow black people. Man, this just hurts me so much. I am so convinced that black people, I am so convinced that people on this continent of Africa in the times of slavery, they sold out their own to the whites and they got shipped. Pretty much sure of that. I really think black people sold out their own. Because in 2025, when everywhere in the world, everyone is doing whatever they can to cut themselves away from white people, tell me why a black man, Micheal Langley, has the balls to stand and say we need to invade Burkina Faso? Because how dare they kick away the white man? What? It's so annoying because the white men are sitting there. Like, the man is like this. He's listening into a black man selling out his own. American citizens are busy paying tax, tariffs. DJT has imposed tariffs on almost every country, things are getting more expensive for the people of America, paying more and more tax. And where is the taxpayers' money going? It is going to the military in the hands of a black man who is using his country people's money to cause instability in Africa. So African Americans are paying tax as if everything is not expensive enough. Just for this black man, Micheal Langley, to take a fraction of American taxpayers' money to cooperate with the whites, with the Europeans, to terrorize Africa. Talk about colonization having a black face. Talk about a sellout. And you know what's funny? Why people have no problem in airing you out? See, this man is working for the Trump administration. They're using him to unalive African presidents that are making the best moves for their countries. And the same way people are ratting him out.
How many of you remember this picture? You all know who this is? Ebrahim Traore. Ebrahim Traore, the young president in Burkina Faso that came in. He got tired, maybe just like me. He got tired of growing up in poverty, growing up watching his leaders selling, taking everything that they have, laundering their money. They have gold, so much gold, they have everything in Burkina Faso, yet they are hungry. No schools, no hospitals. Years and years, this child is 37. He got tired. He got tired of watching so-called leaders, old leaders, making deals with other people, collecting their resources, and nothing is given back. And he decided to step in, as a man should do, to protect to protect the women, protect the children of his country, to protect his next generation. That's exactly what he's doing. Ebrahim Traore. Go and look it up. His name is Ebrahim Traore. It's all over the internet. This man came in, the debt that the so-called old people old leaders that the country owe, he paid off. He paid it off, and he said, I don't want no aid from nobody. I want to do with what I have. I want to sell my own gold. I want to do my own gold to take care of my people. Right now, he has made university, from kindergarten to university, free of charge. And he didn't stop there. I'm talking about the hospital that this guy has been launching a project upon projects. Go and look it up. I'm from Nigeria. I'm not from Burkina Faso, but guess what? Africa first. I am from Burkina Faso. When it comes to Africa, I am a child of Africa. I am a child of Africa. Brian Traore is my president too. So this guy is just, was it last week or last 2 weeks? You are not only going to school for free, you are also getting paid. He has proposed money. You be in university and you be getting paid from the government, because he thinks that they need time to focus instead of overworking and paying bills. So he proposed money for the students. Any university student should be earning money, so that that money can help them, the salary can help them to do what they need to do while they're in school, so that they don't overwork, so that they can focus to study. Free. They're not paying. They're not taking loans. They're not getting grants they're not giving them grants to pay school fees. The university, from kindergarten to the 4-year college, is free. And for some reason, some people can't take it. Some people will be there if they see any Africa rise. I thought we said we are nobody. Did nobody trying to be on his own? He doesn't want no aid from any Western country. He doesn't want no handouts. He wants to work. He wants to use his own resources, which African resources that belongs to Africa, which is this one is Burkina Faso. Burkina Faso resources that belongs to Burkina Faso. He wants to use the resources to take care of his people. He grew up poor. The leaders before him, they have failed woefully, just like many African leaders in Africa, including my own president. They have failed the next generation woefully. They have failed us. They have failed. My mother died. My mother was having diabetes, but she can't even. There is no federal government. There's no hospital. No, the machine that they were supposed to use to the scanning machine. We couldn't find it because we don't have one. So they only have one in the whole community, which you have to be on the waiting list to do a scan. To do a scan. We don't have no hospitals. Y'all be seeing me saying this. My older brother died from diabetic too, because diabetic. He died from not be able to do his own when he. My brother could not do dialysis. He has to be on a waiting list. Until my brother's wife called me and tell me what's going on. They are in so-called hospital, and they only have one dialysis machine. So like the whole community, the whole city have to be on a waiting list. Dialysis is every 3 days, y'all. By the time my brother's wife called me and I said, take him to the general hospital, take him to her private hospital. And we couldn't even, by the time we found one private hospital, only God knows how long it took us to find a private hospital that we don't have to wait for. We don't have to be on the queue, on the line for dialysis. By the time they took my brother there, it was too late. It was too late. This is the country I'm coming from. And one African child is rising and trying to change on all that. And somebody's against him. I don't understand that part. And somebody that have his own hospital, that when they're sick, they don't have to look for a hospital. When they call emergency, they come to get them to the hospital. When their children or grandmother or anyone is sick, they call 911, they call emergency, and they go to the hospital, and they have all the equipment. You want to stop African child that want to change all that for African children? Whoa! And guess who is doing it? Who want him dead? Who want him to leave? Who is laying allegation on him that he's using the gold money for himself, that not for your people? What is your business? Is that man owing you? He paid the debt that he's owing. He paid it off already. Is he owing you? Oh, of course. You're not going to guess what? Are they using to strike him down? As usual, black man to kill black man. Black man to snitch on black men. Of course. The same thing Obama did. Watch. Let me show you who Ebrahim, who is calling to kill him. His name is Micheal Langley. Is the Marine cop. You all remember this face? Anybody remember this face in Washington, D.C.? Look it up. Anybody remember this face in Washington, D.C.? He is the one now they are using. He is the one now that they are using. Is the one laying allegation on him, on Ebrahim Traore, that he's using the gold in his own country, not American gold, though. Burkina Faso gold, though. Gold from his own country. That he's using it against, that he's using it for himself. He's not using it to take care of the people. What is your business? What is your business? Even if he uses it to take care of himself, what is your business? It's his own property. African gold belongs to Africa. African oil belongs to Africa. African resources belong to Africa. What is your business? Everything that he's doing, all the things that he be doing, you didn't see that. Whatever his name, I can't even pronounce his name.
Congressman, it would be a wild guess, right?
Seems like something we should know, right?
Over the years, we have trained a substantial number, especially in the Gulf of Guinea states, including
Like more than 10,000?
It is more than 10,000.
More than 50,000?
I'd say we're reaching around 50,000
Okay.
at least.
And what percentage of the people we've trained end up participating in insurrections or coups against their own government?
Very small number, Congressman. Very small number.
So what percentage do you think?
I'd say probably less than 1%.
But it does happen. Right?
The IMET program is in force, and we've pushed a significant number through our schools across the.
Yeah, and what data sets do you track to arrive at the conclusion that less than 1% of the roughly 50,000 that we've trained have participated in coups? Because it'd be like about 500, about 1% of 50,000.
Congressman, you may have that information. I don't at this time, but I know.
Well, I know there are some, right? Like go ahead and throw up that image. This is Colonel Mamade Doumbouya, and this is a photo of him. Did we train and equip him in Guinea?
By name, I cannot identify that.
Well, that guy in the middle with the big red hat, Colonel Mamade Doumbouya, that's him with a bunch of U.S. service members outside of our embassy. And just months after this photo was taken in 2021, he led a coup in Guinea and threw out the leader. Does that concern you?
Congressman, core values is what we start off with in IMA programs.
Do we share
stick to
core
that.
values with Colonel Doumbouya?
Core values. I will repeat that. Core values.
I know,
Respect for humanity.
Do we share those values with Colonel Doumbouya?
Absolutely. In our curriculum.
He led a coup.
We do.
Okay, well, that's a very telling answer. In Burkina Faso, did we share core values with the leader that we trained there who led a coup?
It's in our curriculum. We
Leading
stress
coups
core
are in our
values.
curriculum?
We request civilian-led governance.
Wait, hold on. Is leading coups in our curriculum?
Absolutely not.
So
civilian-led.
My question is, do we share core values with the coup leader in Burkina Faso who we trained?
Holistically, we teach core values with a respect for civilian governance, apolitical, and that's what sticks across a very high percentage in the 99 percentile.
Right? But not everybody. And I wonder how many people it takes to plan a coup. I mean, initially you didn't know how many we trained and equipped. Then you said it was 1%. You had no basis for that 1% number because there's no data set you track. Mr. Chairman, I seek unanimous consent to enter into the record. Another U.S. trained soldier stages a coup in West Africa by The Intercept.
Without objection, so ordered.
And I further seek unanimous consent to enter into the record. U.S. forces trained the Guinean colonel behind the recent coup in West African country, and this is regard to Guinea.
Without objection, so ordered.
So I guess the question is, why should U.S. taxpayers be paying to train people who then lead coups in Africa?